Hello and namaste, my name is Nidhi Nagori and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm covering a highly requested topic. A few weeks ago, I actually made a reel about how you can self-apply your work permit in Ireland, and a lot of you wanted to understand the process in some details. In fact, after posting that video, we also had some success stories, and I'm going to pull up some screenshots right up here of people who made it to Ireland on that particular visa, and I'm so glad that this worked out for them. Of course, this reel is about 2 months old, so I'm so happy that all of this happened in the last 2 months, and I'm very excited for their future journeys. But I also thought that maybe having a detailed step-by-step process for you as to how you can apply your own work permit might be very helpful. So in today's video, we're going to talk about first, why Ireland? Why is it that you should consider Ireland? And second, how is it that you can go about applying for your own work permit? What are the prerequisites for it? And how can you go about the entire process yourself? So if you're interested in Ireland, make sure you stick around. So first things first, I'm sure you're wondering why Ireland. Well, Ireland is one funny country. Just go and Google labor shortages in Ireland, and I'm pretty sure you'll find articles from every month starting Jan 2022. Starting Jan 2022, the number of jobs posted in Ireland have been more than the people available in the country. So much so that employers are literally fighting with each other to hire from the workforce. As you can see up on the screen, I've pulled up a bunch of these news articles where we can see how they're tracking labor shortages in Ireland. Basically, there are no people or less people available than the number of opportunities, which is why this is a great time to consider Ireland. The second reason why Ireland is a great choice is the reason why most of us are watching this video, which is the fact that you can apply for your own work permit. But I also want to add another good news to that, which is if you are able to get the work permit, which is CSEP, we'll talk about that in details in this video, you also get a PR in 2 years. It's called Stamp 4 in Ireland, and once you are on CSEP, which is Critical Skill Employment Permit, you are eligible to get your Stamp 4, which is a permanent residence in Ireland, which means no more preconditions of having an employer, and you can get that in just 2 years. Isn't that amazing? All right, so now that we know that there are record labor shortages and that there is a pathway to apply for our own work permit, and the PR comes super easy and super fast after that, what are the prerequisites that you need to make sure that you're getting into the market well prepared? Well, all that you need is the basic stuff. You need your CV, resume, you definitely need cover letter talking about your experience, and you need your LinkedIn. Now, keep in mind that when you're applying for these jobs abroad, they can be a little tricky, meaning you might be asked to do certain assignments, you might be asked to prepare PPT. There might be a lot of back and forth between PDF, PPT, PDF, JPG, PDF, Excel, etc. So you want to make sure that you have your software and your computer ready. Obviously, if you want to go to Ireland for work or study, you need to make sure that you have your cover letter, your resume ready, so that you can easily send it off to different organizations. But it's not just that. You want to make sure that you're also prepared for submitting assignments, completing PPTs, or any other tasks that they might give you as a part of the interview process. I'm sure you're wondering how you can get covered on that front. Trust me, it's not as easy as it sounds, because I've done that, trying to convert, say, PDFs into PPTs or PPTs into PDF without losing the quality of the content itself. This can be quite a task. But of late, I came across this amazing website, which is called Wondershare. They have an app in there, which is called PDF Element. I love PDF Element. Trust me, I've been surviving on it because it is so easy to be using this particular product, and it can easily convert PDF into JPG, PPT, or any other format that you might need. Because all your options are contained in one app, you tend to save a lot of time, and obviously you're not losing out on quality, so you're also delivering good quality content. And as we all know, the trade secret of applying to any opportunity is you should not send an editable document, which means you'll always have to end up sending a PDF. So whether you want to convert a Word document into a PDF, whether you want to convert your resume, your cover letter, your Excel or PPT assignments, or any photograph into PDF, you can easily do that through PDF Element. And the best part, you can also sign PDFs as well. As you can see up on the screen, this app literally has everything that you need if you are a student or a professional. Even when it comes to our work, we often have to sign PDFs, we have to convert Excels into PDFs, we also have to convert PPTs into PDFs that we can share it across an uneditable format across platforms. Basically, anything related to PDF can be done on PDF Element. If you're wondering how to access it, just head on to Play Store and download it. Also, what I like is it's a super simple app to use. All that you have to do is upload your document and then choose the format or any edit that you want to do, and it'll happen in a few seconds. It's literally PDF experience simplified within few minutes. So whether it's applying to Ireland, your office work, your college submissions, or any other project that you have going on in life, this is certainly an app that you can download and save a lot of your time. Everything else that you need to know about this amazing app is in the description box below, so make sure you check it out before you leave. And I want to thank them for collaborating with me on today's video. Always happy to talk about products which can save time for employees, professionals, everyone. So thank you, PDF Element, for simplifying our lives. Now let's come back to Ireland. We know there's record labor shortage. We've made sure the prerequisites, which is our CV, resume, making sure that we're using a tool like PDF Element to save time, especially when we're doing assignments for interviews, and our LinkedIn profile. All of these are aligned. So now what do we need? Well, the visa that you need to target is the CSEP, which is Critical Skills Employment Permit. This is a dual application permit in the sense that you can apply for it or a prospective employer can also apply for it. What I recommend is first you go and see if you are on the skill shortage list. So Ireland, just like any other country, comes up with its own skill shortage list. Now, if your profession is on the skill shortage list, all that you have to do is you have to target companies which are open to hiring foreigners in Ireland. Thanks to record labor shortage, this is not something that's difficult to do. Also, I do want to say that I have 2 experiences of my followers in the last 2 months since I've posted the reels to go by. Both of them were successful in following the path that I had recommended. Again, I'm going to pull up their screenshots here. You can see that they actually tried what I said and they were able to get this opportunity. As you can see, they tried the pathway that I followed and it worked for them. So what did I tell my followers to do? Simple. I said, go and apply for jobs. As long as you are eligible for the CSEP, make sure you tell the employer that you do not need any sponsorship. Why do you not need any sponsorship? Because CSEP is a permit that you can also apply for yourself as long as you have an employment contract. So make sure to stress upon how you do not need any sponsorship whatsoever, because as long as you get the job and as long as you have the employment contract, you can apply for this permit yourself. Why is it that employers will be happy to do this? If they do not have to sponsor you, their own legal liability decreases. Trust me when I say this, there's a lot of legal hassle, legal trouble, and legal liability that comes with sponsoring any employee in any country. Some countries have obviously made it easier, but some countries still have it very tough. And so a lot of employers across the world either need a huge legal team or a huge immigration or a global mobility team to be able to take care of people like these, where you really have experts doing all the paperwork, or they need employees to take charge. Now, if you as an employee can take charge, you are taking off that legal liability off from your employer's head. Honestly, it's a win-win situation because you get the job and your employer gets the employee. So as long as your occupation is on the critical shortage list, make sure that you always state that you're eligible for CSEP, that you do not need any sponsorship, and as long as you have the employment contract, you will apply for your own visa. You also want to make sure that this is something that you're mentioning on your resume or even any online job application that you're doing. You know how they always ask you a question, do you now or in future need any sponsorship? Please make sure that you check that off as no, because obviously you will be applying and sponsoring your own work permit. Now that you've got a new job, you just need to make sure you get all your documentation together, including your employment contract and everything that you need. And then go to your embassy or consulate, whichever is closest to you, and make sure you do the application for CSEP. The amazing thing about CSEP is that once you spend 2 years on it, you can straight away go and apply for Stamp 4, which is the PR equivalent in Ireland. This means that your stay in Ireland will not have any preconditions. You know how visas always have a precondition that you have to be either a student or you have to be employed by someone. Once you get your PR or once you get your Stamp 4 in Ireland, you do not need any employment preconditions, so you can freely work for anyone that you want, or you can pursue other interests that you may have. So now if you're thinking about how to start your job search, my favorite website is jobs.ie. There's a full section for jobs for foreigners. I'm going to pull up a screenshot right here. You can go and check it out. All of these individual tabs are hyperlinked, so make sure you go and apply. Obviously, keep in mind that this is a broad job database. Not all of these jobs are going to be applicable to you, but this is a government database, and so you obviously want to make sure that you're making full use of it. If you want to understand Ireland immigration in a little bit more details, or if you want specific tips from people who've actually moved on visa sponsorship in the recent past, then do consider checking out our Ireland Masterclass, which is happening on July 24th. I'm going to leave the link in the description box. The best part is if you miss it live, the recording will be available. We currently have about 3 to 4 mentors. These are all people who move to Ireland on visa sponsorships, and they'll be giving you specific tips about what to do and how to approach labor market. So all of that info is also down in the description box. Obviously, don't forget to follow me on Instagram for all the latest updates and happenings, and let me know in the comment box below what else do you have in terms of questions when it comes to Ireland. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please let me know in the comment box below. If you have any other suggestions, thoughts, put that all down. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button down below. Let me know what else would you like to see on the channel, and obviously turn the bell notification on. Lastly, don't forget to check out PDF Element. All their details are also in the description box down below. I promise to see you in the next video. Until then, make sure you take care of yourself. Stay safe. Namaste.